All right, what is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Kash, the coach of the New York Needle Kings, alongside my broadcast colleague, CB, the coach of the Brooklyn Scissors.
What's good, YouTube? How is everybody doing today? Kash, how are you?
Well, we're doing good. We're actually surviving the heat stroke that's been plaguing us.
Damn heat.
Nah, we're not a heat person here, not in this house.
I know.
All right, so we're here as always to bring you guys a recap of the previous week. This is week 3. We'll be going
Of the
over
WWCL?
season 7.
Yes.
So, first battle, probably easiest battle for us to go over. The Brooklyn Scissors versus the Sarasota for Alligators.
Yes. My loss. I unfortunately lost this game, Kash. Good game by Shane. I just really, misplayed a little bit. I should have done a couple of changes on my Iron Valiant set, and I probably should have worked to bring it out later instead of early. Because you saw Kash, it was doing really well, and I guess people would see it. It was doing really well in that battle, but I did not get to break the Arcanine or break the Hippo, the two biggest things. If I had a way to break both of those, which I did, but regardless, also the Scarf Tornadus was a really good tech by Shane, which I did not expect.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Defiant the whole time. I was like, nope.
No, it's just Scarf Prankster Shane Tornadus, but very good play by him. The crit sucked on my Electrode because I would have would have had more HP, so I could have done a little bit more, But regardless,
yeah, I think the Electro would have helped against the Hippo towards the end there, if it had more life when it was going to be swapped out. But obviously,
yeah,
it was pretty much dead on arrival at that point.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Took the damage from the hazards, and at that point, Shane just cleaned up.
Yeah, unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Move on to the next game.
Yeah, like I said, we always talk about it too. It's like the finals of the first season.
Yes.
And I think we talked about how this is gonna be a hard fight nonetheless.
And it was.
Yeah. So, hey, GG's to both of you. So the next battle, and for those that don't see the disclaimer there, it was between the Emerald Nemesis versus the Waterville Weavils, aka Dark is immune to prankster moves.
Oh, Nate, you silly person, you forgot that Prankster got nerfed in Gen 7 and makes it so Dark types are completely immune to any of the moves that you use as a Prankster Pokemon. So that means he cannot use them at all, and his entire Sableye set was walled by a Dark type.
Yeah,
love to see it, Kash. We love to see it.
Because Kurt had 2 on his team.
Yes.
And I think Kurt figured out very early on
that his Sableye was walled.
Yeah, there was nothing that the Sableye was doing physically the entire time. I think it revealed this last move towards the end, which is, I think, Recover.
Yes.
But I think early on already, I think Kurt figured that out. So anytime that Sableye came out, Kurt just threw out one of the 2 Dark types, which was mostly the Crocodile. So I think I kept saying that the Crocodile was bullying. Crocodile would just come out and it'd be like, yeah, what's up? Sableye, all right, let me leave.
Hey, I'm Sableye. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. And that was a really bad game by Kurt, because I think almost everything on his team got a kill, right? Or close to it.
Yeah, I think Kurt decided to give everything some love this time around. I think actually no, the only thing that didn't get a kill, unironically, was Grandpa, so I'm very disappointed by that.
Aww.
But everything in his team did get 1 kill outside of Grandpa.
I think Grandpa.
I think what ended up getting the double kill was the Iron Bundle, which finally Iron Bundle actually got a kill.
I know, right?
Because I think every time that we saw it, and one would think that it was gonna do like a lot.
Yes.
It just died, and we were like, kind of like, huh? And this is what people were afraid of, and then we're like, oh no, it's because he never got to properly utilize it correctly.
That, and he was unfortunately unlucky by some hacks.
Yeah. But yeah, Kurt did everything that we did say, and I said it early on that Kurt was really hungry for that first win.
And
so he made sure to get it, and with a 6-0 nonetheless on top of that.
Right? Good job, Kurt. I'm so proud of you.
I think that's the first 6-0 in the league right now.
I believe so.
I think the closest have been the 5-0s that people have gotten.
Yeah, like Shane and what's his? Not Shane. Lindo.
No, Shane. I think Shane 5-0'd me, I believe.
Oh yeah, he probably did, didn't he?
Roaring
Moon.
Yeah, I got the Roaring Moon at the end. But yeah, the battle was decent. I feel like there was a lot of misplays in this battle, nonetheless. Besides the prankster stuff,
yes.
Kurt was just able to capitalize on Nate, and just made sure. Like we were talking about, he really made sure that nothing got killed. He wanted to maintain that 6-0.
Yeah. Props.
Yeah, so props to Kurt. If I was Nate early on and seeing the walling thing, I wouldn't have kept the Sableye. I feel like trying to keep the Sableye that long probably cost other things to die unnecessarily. Especially like we said, Kurt had 2 things on his team that resisted the prankster.
Yes.
And every single turn that Sableye came in, he made sure to swap to one of them. So at this point, unless those 2 things were dead, I wouldn't have bothered bringing Sableye out again. Unless you wanted Kurt to purposely swap out and like lose any kind of like boost that he would have done, knowing full well that the confused ray or something like that will come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our second battle. Our third battle, the Straw Hat Swamperts and Meowchester United, Lindo and Liam.
The captain versus his first mate. Can you believe it, Kash?
Yeah, the first mate beat the captain.
Unfortunately.
Am I surprised? Not really, solely because of the horse.
Yes, Lindo has been doing very well with it. But he did really well because he did what he always loves to do, Kash, is just lead with his Sprite Ops.
He stacked the hazards.
Stacked the hazards, went to a ghost type to block any form of rapid spin, so Liam can not be able to remove it, and then just started bringing in the monsters to just kill things.
Although, ironically, I think this was actually the first time that the spider even came out.
Probably.
I think because he picked it up, I think it was towards the end of the second week. So, this was Spider's premiere battle. Didn't die, surprisingly. But yeah, like we said, he set up every hazard that he had to make things nicely for Spectre to come in, get the kills, get this special Moxie Grimnay up.
And just start cleaning.
Yeah. Kind of like, I guess, with the Iron Bundle thing, I'm also kind of surprised. I don't think Iron Moth has gotten to do anything.
No.
Which is surprising because I remember this was Liam's first draft pick.
Was it?
Yeah, I think he picked Iron Moth before he did. Mind you, he did threaten us not to pick Meowscarada.
I swear he picked Meowscarada first, but regardless.
No, that was the second pick. Yeah, because I have the tier picking right here. Iron Moth was his first round pick.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm waiting to see like what could it. I actually don't know what it can do. Like I said, I competitively I don't know what a lot of these things can do, especially the new Pokemon.
It's a fire bug, fire poison. It's gonna hit hard and it has agility, so it can sweep. But mainly you just want to run Fiery Dance, so you can just kind of get like some rolls of the dice of trying to get +1s, and I think it's
like a Volcarona but with a different typing.
Yes, and it doesn't get Quiver Dance.
Yeah, so like I want to know like what because Volcarona's obviously is rise to fame is obviously Quiver Dance.
Yes.
So I'm trying to see like it has to be something that he knows that we don't know about this Iron Moth, that I feel like we're gonna find out sooner rather than later.
It's meant to break. I think Liam just hasn't, unfortunately, been able to get it to do what it needs to do, which is to break things. And unfortunately, because Liam's team is really balanced, and it's
balance
just
is winning it. Take it from me, Liam. Balance is not winning.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. I think you kind of in this generation, in this draft, I do feel like somebody told me. I think it was I forget who it was, but somebody told me that like offense or like really is what wins. Positioning and offense is really what wins in Gen 9 draft.
And that, at least that's what we have been trying to do. There's been a lot of like, compared to when we battled in cartridge like during like Gen 6 and 7, there's a lot of like tagging out. I don't think we did that as often. I think we used to just sometimes just suck it up. Unless the Pokemon learned Volt Switch and U-Turn. It was very rare that we actually like Raw tagged out as much as we've been doing this season. But we're also all coming back from that retirement home.
Yes.
Which you keep saying that we weren't in, but I'm pretty sure we were.
We were not. It was just a lovely place. It was a cabana. We were at a cabana.
I see. Okay, so we were at the cabana. I apologize. But yeah, there's nothing else we can say about this battle. Like we said, the heavy hazards on from Lindo's side.
Lindo just pretty much
just breaks things. Cause I remember it was spikes into the webs, into the rocks. It's like everything came in hurt. So this horse really just had to just hit you once and you were dead.
Yeah, he got up like 2-3 layers of spikes, got sticky webs up, and he's pretty much happy because that's pretty much all he really needed just to get things into range of. You expect Shadow Ball.
Yeah, the Shadow Ball, the Draining Kiss, no matter what it is, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's Lindo's strategy. Or one of his strategies. His other one. His other one is bringing in his weather and letting the whale things to Titan try to get kills.
Yeah, we've yet to see that happen, so I'm kind of afraid.
I'm kind of excited for whenever he brings it.
Oh, guys, probably be against me. Moving on. The San Diego Charizards versus the Carolina Roaring Moon.
The game of the week.
Yeah, so how we were saying, so Nate and Kurt, we were going to get a first-time winner out of that battle.
Yeah.
For this battle, we were going to get a first-time loser.
Yeah, and surprisingly, Blaze pulled it out.
This actually was a really close. I think out of all the matches we've ever done, I don't think this is the only 1-0 match, but this is probably the closest in terms of games that we showcased.
Yes, because Blaze, Liam and Kurt's battle was a 1-0 too, but that was also reverse sweeps, so it wasn't that. Really
the first one we had was a reverse sweep. And I think Blaze and Kurt was also a 1-0.
Oh yeah, well, that was the one that Kurt got hacked.
Yeah, but that was due to hacks. But this is literally just were there hacks in this? Yeah, not as heavy as the one last week. The last week one was really, really bad already. This was just more like a you know what you signed up for.
Exactly.
It's like I have a habit of just running things that are just always accurate. I know obviously the other moves are much better because they do stronger damage.
More power.
More power, but it's like I know I always have that gut feeling because of me and my luck. When I need to touch it, it's not going to work.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna click the Hurricane, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna click the Stone Edge, it's gonna miss. And the Overheat misses, I guess if we want to laugh, I also forgot that Overheat could even miss.
I thought it was 100% too, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, I could have swore it was 100% accurate, and it's just
lowers your attack by
it lowers your special attack in I think by 2 stages.
Yes, 2 stages.
But surprisingly, it's apparently 90% accurate. So it's there is that, and in Pokemon language, 90%.
80%.
It's not. I can't even say 80 at this point. I feel like the 90 is really 70. It's like all those numbers you have to drop it drastically. It's I think there's some moves that are 50% accurate. Those are just 20. It's not gonna happen. Don't even click it.
That is true.
So yeah, like I said, we both didn't know Overheat could miss. That Overheat, there was a specific Overheat I feel like could have probably changed the outcome of this battle. But in terms of, I guess, everything else, there was a lot of good placement between the two coaches.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a good back and forth. And Blaze was able to win it with his Palafin.
Yeah, Palafin actually coming out for once and actually hitting something.
And killing things.
Yeah, as opposed to just coming out and then never appearing again.
Yeah. He's not the dad that ran away on us anymore, Kash.
Exactly. He was able to actually, what was it? Thinking back, I feel like if Palafin would have came out earlier too, I feel like, again,
it probably would have got more kills.
It would have probably got more kills. I don't think it would. I feel like if Palafin came out early, I don't know how the overall game would have ended. I still feel it would have still been in Blaze's favor no matter what.
Yes, but it might have been a bit more lopsided or.
Yeah, it would have been probably more lopsided than the 1-0, but still, like we said, this was the match of the week. GG's to both coaches.
Absolutely.
They did all they could. And that's all we're here to do anyway.
Yeah.
And then finally, we got the not what's the wording? Last but not least.
Last but not least, we've got you versus Lime, Cash. Talk to us. How did that battle go for you? What did you feel like it was?
Well, most like every other time I fight Lime, this became a game. It became like a game of chess.
Yes.
And Lime is very good at the game of chess. I will say, and I surprised myself. I don't know if I surprised Lime with it. Because if you watch our match is just pretty much just a lot of tagging out.
Yeah. It was good strategic tagging out.
When I don't know why, I felt like this was the right time. Let me throw out my Dondozo. And it was, he pulled out his Chen Pao. And I was like, this is literally why I have you here. And I'm like, I wonder if he's going to swap out. And he didn't. And I got to kill it at that point. I was already at a high at that point. Because I was like, oh my god, something's actually working how I want it to work. But then after that, it still became just a matter of just... There was sometimes I could have done probably a little bit better. But Lime Sand each shocks is the one thing that I had to play around it. And it's kind of hard because everything was just taking damage in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
The one thing I had to kill the Sandy Shocks was my Electros, but my Electros at that point had already lost his item and took a lot of damage already from the early on. That once I was even at a point where I think I could have done something, it was already too late. Excuse me. There was 3 things I had that were meant for 3 things from his team.
Mm-hmm.
My Dondozo, I couldn't let Dondozo die until Chen Pao was dead.
Right.
So I did fulfill that request. Thing. My Corviknight wasn't supposed to die until Sneasler died. I wasn't able to maintain that.
Unfortunate.
I did get Sneasler in the end, but still, it wasn't the way. And then Electros was for Sandy Shocks, because those are the 3 things that Lime brought every single week.
Yes.
So those 3 pokes had a purpose in my team. I was kind of also hoping to kind of get Lime a little confused. I think I had talked to you about me doing a Trick Room.
Yes. I remember.
And in my head, I'm like, I'm hoping Lime doesn't remember, because I went to Lime years ago about doing kind of the opposite in terms of like the whole speed thing.
Yeah.
I sped myself up and then to try to sweep. I was thinking this time around, what if I slowed myself down and then proceeded to sweep?
Really cool idea.
2 things I messed up. I obviously reading the description, I got teleport. I thought teleport was pretty much just like Baton Pass. I didn't realize it actually went super at the end of the priority table.
Yeah,
I missed that part. And I also didn't realize how quickly Trick Room expired.
Yeah.
I actually thought I had like one more turn of Trick Room, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like that one misplay with the teleport probably, like I said, could have made a difference. Maybe I feel like I probably just got another extra kill.
Probably.
But yeah, I wasn't already like, I already knew deep down I was going to beat Lime, especially going with soul chesting. Yeah. If Sandy Shocks died, I feel like it made my life easier, but at the same time, once I lost my strategic people, I knew it was also over for me too, so.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
It was just a tough battle for you.
Yeah. This one, I think compared to even like Shane, I think even when I battled you, because with you, I knew it was going to be like a speed thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I knew with Shane, it's like I think Shane also had a speed advantage over me, just like you did. Yeah. But there was nothing I could have done to stop your speed. That's the problem. Like your Electro is probably one of the, I think, fastest Pokemon that we have available in draft wise.
Outside of Regieleki, yes.
But with Shane, it's one of those things where like, if I don't let the thing set up, I win, and I let it set up because Shane knew that I was already choice, so he knew at that point I was kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So he proceeded to
put Dragon Dance and win.
Click Dragon Dance and win. In this battle, it's like once the key things that were dead, or like my strat was kind of like unraveled, it was an easy pickup for Lime. So still GG's to Lime. I always like battling him no matter what.
Yeah, he's such a good player.
All right, so with those 5 battles out the way, here are our current standings as a week 3. I am no longer in last place.
In last place? You moved up a spot, Cash. You're going up in the world.
Going up in the world. Yes, I guess due to the 6-0 thing, Nate drops down to last with with 2 extra differential than I do.
Yep.
I'm in 9th place, as you can see. Manchester United also dropping down. They're now joining the 1 and 2 league along with Kurt, who got his victory, so he moves up.
Let's go, Kurt.
Then we have this big gap of 2 and 1 players.
Yes.
CB, unfortunately, you dropped down.
Unfortunate.
And then we have Lindo, Lime, and Shane, who moved up. Owen, who dropped down because obviously our current undefeated player at the moment is Blaze.
Mr. Blaze.
Mr. Blaze. Can we still say it's because of the handicap or nah?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. Little handicap, but no.
Little handicap.
I'll still give you your props. Nah, you're still fine playing. Don't worry. But if you battle me, then I'm gonna talk a lot of shit. But you're fine. You're fine. So now for the MVP race. Funny enough, if we were to compare this to last week's MVP race, CB, 4 things literally just swap places, and 1 thing just completely is gone from this list.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, your Electrode is gone.
Unfortunate.
I'm actually disappointed by that because I
am too.
Since like I said, I used Electrode. I kind of want Electrode up in the world.
I do too. I will try to rectify it.
So yeah, Spectre replaced Electrode where it was on the list, and then every other poke here swap places with like its counterpart. So Dragonite and Gudra just literally swap places, 4th and 5th respectively, and Lilligant, Hisuian Lilligant and Zamazenta also swap places. So our current leaderboard, obviously no surprise to anybody who's been watching our battles, Zamazenta, who's 10 and 1, only finally falling down in this last battle, but still 10 and 1.
Still doing really well. So really proud of you, Blaze.
Lilligant Hisui 8 and 0. Spectre also 8 and 0. And then our 2 dragons in 4th and 5th place, 7 and 2.
Still doing well.
Yeah, they're still doing, and they're still on the board.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that's not going to change anytime soon because both Liam and her have been using their dragons a lot each week.
Yeah, they love their dragons.
And at this point, I think they know, like, okay, we're on the MVP race. If I can get a couple more kills with this, we could probably get that top spot.
They might.
Yeah, you never know.
Who knows?
In terms of drops, if you guys thought me dropping a lot of things is something, let me tell you who I learned it from. Let me tell you who I learned it from. I learned it from Lindo.
Good old Lindo.
So now there's a difference between me dropping things and Lindo dropping things, and I told Lindo this plenty of times. I can drop whatever I want because I'm already doing the work for it. Lindo's not allowed to drop because he's giving me more work to do. So yeah, Lindo's dropping his Regieleki, Gastrodon, the Hisuian Quillfish, and the Tinkatuff. And in his place, picking up Iron Threads, Toxtricity, Umbreon, and regular Samurott.
Yeah, so Lindo gets Spikes with the Samurott. He gets a really cool Poison Electric type and Toxtricity. He gets Umbreon, a really tanky Wall. He can Wish Pass, I think. Yes. And then he also gets Iron Threads, who's still really, really good. He is dwarfed usually by his cousin, Great Tusk, the other form, but still a really good, solid mom. Good pickups all around by Lindo.
Yeah, true story. I remember before I even we started the actual transactions.
Yes,
Umbreon was on my squad.
Yeah,
and I think the only reason I didn't keep it was because from past experiences of using it, it's very
passive.
It's way too passive, and changing the Terra typing is kind of cool and all.
Yeah,
because obviously, you remove one of his major flaws, which is just its typing itself.
Yeah,
but it's just way too passive.
That's fair.
I'm sure Lindo's gonna find a way to probably utilize that if need be.
He always does.
He always does. Look, he took Tinkatuff, so that tells you he's not afraid of using things.
No, though I don't think he ever brought the Tinkatuff.
Yeah, I don't think he did. After he was kind of making this big showing about how great the Tinkatuff was gonna do, and the Tinkatuff never came out.
Yeah, so weird.
But yeah, and then the big thing was obviously the Regieleki, which is the fastest poke on the board.
Yeah, but it's kind of just moose slot is or its moose aren't really that good.
Yeah, I guess the drawback for being, I guess, too fast.
Yeah.
So I guess now people don't have to go super crazy and try to invest with speed, because now you just have to watch out for the hazards more than anything else.
If you can ever get them away.
Yeah, if you get them away. And not forget, Iron Thrust can also rapid spin too, so he has no way to remove hazards on his side.
Yeah.
So, and then, of course, like I said, you can't have any drops without including me on this list. So after
Can't forget about you.
So after picking up Corviknight, we decided to drop it.
Wow, so quick.
Like, obviously, Corviknight was a good Pokemon.
It is a good Pokemon.
It is a good Pokemon, and also, I personally really like Primeape. The issue is obviously is just with the tiering system is like Iron. I was about to call this thing Iron Moth. Slitherwing.
Yes.
Has like a lot going for it. It just kind of sucks that it's in the same tier as Corviknight.
Unfortunate.
If Corviknight was like in another tier, it still would have probably been on my list and something else would have been dropped from my squad. But it's just the tier that it's in. It's like I really need to try this thing that's somehow a fighting type, even though it's nothing like one.
I know, because it looks more like Bug Fire.
Yeah, you would think this is just like a pre-evolved form of Volcarona, like before you learn how to fly.
Yeah, it kind of does make sense.
Yeah, but somehow this is a fighting type. As I'm also gonna look this up real quick, because I'm gonna laugh if it does get this move. Besides that fact, I also obviously because of the swap, you no longer need Primeape because we already have a fighting type. And we picked up Rubber Room. Something that I was really looking into, like during my original draft stuff, based off of the tier that it's in.
Yeah.
It does have access to a lot of support moves as well.
I think it's hazards too, right? So.
Yeah, it does get access, I believe, to Toxic Spikes. I can't remember.
Does it get Soft Rocks too, or no?
You know, no. It does not get Stealth Rock. I know it does get
Spikes.
Toxic Spikes. It doesn't get regular spikes. It's so the only one it gets is Toxic Spike. It does get access to Parting Shot.
That's pretty good.
So it's like, yeah, I can't beat you in speed, but guess what? I guess I'll start dropping your physical attacks. How about that?
And special.
Yeah, that's right. It's both, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I always thought it was a physical. Yeah. So don't worry. I'll be dropping your attacks. How about that?
How about that?
It does get access to, besides obviously Toxic Spike, it does get access to Toxic.
Yeah, being one of the very few.
Yeah, a lot of things lost that this time around.
So good.
And it has access to a lot of like really, really good and random moves like Magnarize, Shift Gear.
Gets rid of the ground weakness, so yeah, that's pretty good. And Shift Gear can possibly let you set up and sweep.
Yeah, so
you're gonna need a little bit of help.
Listen, there's one thing I know how to do is pray. And actually, I guess if there's one big thing, for whatever reason, I guess it kind of makes sense. I guess if you think about the exhaust pipe, it gets haze. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, so no stats for anybody. You guys are
no
not
stats.
You guys are not
allowed to set up.
No setting up, or this car is gonna just look at it. It's like you try it. You're like, go ahead, try me. But yeah, we're going off of this. This is actually my last transaction. I can, unless CB says to grace us with more transactions, we're a cut.
Let's not do that.
You know, I should get like some like well, I'm not in last place anymore. I was saying if I was in last place, I'd be like, hey, can I get like a freebie extra, like it's like Mario Party. You get like the poverty bonus.
The poverty bonus.
Can I get a poverty bonus? But I'm no longer in last place. I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not even gonna get the bonus. So
maybe we'll give it to Nate.
Well, we'll see. In the final, like, kind of like Mario Party, I think it's the final 5 turns. The final, like, 2 weeks. If I'm in last place again, like, can I get a poverty? Can I get a poverty transaction?
I might allow it.
It's not gonna change anything. Like, just let me get a poverty transaction, and then I'm gonna somehow change the entire team to like some godlike thing. And be like, oh, that's why we didn't give it to you.
Unfortunate. It'd be in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, when it's already decided I'm not gonna advance, like, let me just mess with some things. Why not?
The perfect time to experiment, Cash.
Exactly. So, off of that, we're gonna cover our. Of course, as always, we're gonna let you know what's coming up in the following weeks. The first match, CB, you get to experience some of this. The Brooklyn Scissors versus the Problematic Porygons.
Yes, me versus Lime. I am so excited for this match.
Hey, you got some first-hand accounts from watching my battle with Lime. You better get good with your positioning and know that standing shocks is annoying.
Oh, I know that it is annoying, and I'm going to try my best with positioning. We'll see how that goes. See how everything works.
The second battle we got, the Waterville Weavals versus the Carolina Roaring Moon.
Yes, Owen versus Nate. And Cash, I've got it on good authority. Nate is cooking up some good old-fashioned heat for this.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, if Nate wins, and you know I'm gonna root for Nate. You know I'm gonna let's say I'm gonna root for Nate.
Of course you are.
I want Nate to win because it'll be funny.
And I don't think it'll happen.
Listen, I love rooting for the underdog.
I know you do.
But if we get the kind of heat that Nate's been cooking up, and I know some of his assistant coaches, and they're known for their mad work. If they come up with something that good, the top of the Carolina Roaring Moon, I feel like I can't even put it to words.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But if it happens, it's like one of those things. Like, it's not gonna happen, but if it happens, it's like
saying lightning is gonna strike.
Lightning's gonna strike twice. Listen, if this happens, we're gonna have a parade outside. that's all I'm gonna say right there. If it happens, we're gonna have a parade outside.
Okay, man.
But like I said, we'll see what kind of heat the assistant coaches pull up. With Owen, you already know you may get some of the weather set up again.
You're gonna get a high dose of weather and Lilligant Hisuian.
Yeah, high dose of Lilligant just coming in, dancing her way, and like breaking faces.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he needs to do.
So, all right, so that's that. Battle 3, the Sarasota for Alligators versus Meowchester United.
Let's go. We've got Shane versus Liam.
I'm intrigued, actually, how this match is gonna go.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's an evenly matched versus both ways. Both coaches have really solid stuff. Obviously, Liam has to be aware of the Roaring Moon and it possibly being set up, but he also has his mascot in Masquerada, who is faster, and if he selects the Choice Scarf and Protean, he can kill it with a Play Rough.
Yeah. He also has his own Dragonite that can set up too.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, it's not. He doesn't really have the opportunity to set up to break because Shane has a Slowbro and a Hippo. True. And he needs a lot of help to be able to break those two.
So this is going to be still a fun match from our two veteran coaches. Like you said, almost pretty much equal in like a lot of the stuff that they've been doing in the league. So we'll see which one gets the dub there. The fourth battle of the season. The Straw Hat Swampert and the San Diego Charizards.
Lindo versus Blaze. Are you going to root for Lindo this time, Cash? Or are you going to drop the Blaze routine?
See, this is hard because kind of like how I said that with Kurt being hungry for that win.
Yes.
If there's one thing Lindo loves to do is to ruin everyone else's fun. So Lindo's going to be like, if I can't be undefeated in this league, you can't be undefeated in this league. So he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that Blaze doesn't stay undefeated.
Yes.
But it kind of goes down to like a battle of the lesser of the two evils kind of thing. Do I want the horse or do I want the handicapped team? Like,
you want the horse.
It's like I don't know who I want because like I don't like either team. Well, because actually, no, it's not even just a horse. It's the horse and the hazards versus the dolphin and the dog.
Exactly. And the dog and dolphin are much more annoying than a stupid horse.
True. But I feel like those hazards would also probably factor into stopping the dog and the horse.
There's a thing called the dog, yes. The dolphin thing, no, because he can technically run heavy duty boots, but dog has to always wear it. Dog always has to have a shield.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Well, let's see. I don't want to pick one for them. I know. I know. Listen, hey, it could be worse. You could be having this battle. It's the Emerald Nine versus the New York Nido Kings.
Unfortunate for you that you have to go up against the Iron Bundle.
Yeah, and like I said, Kurt's on. Speaking of a high, he just got a 6. He just got a 6-0.
Exactly.
So,
he's gonna look to set it up more.
And he's gonna be like, "Hey, you remember that time a couple years ago you were bullying me? Yeah, I got those. I got some receipts for you real quick.
It's time to get his revenge."
Yeah, he's gonna bully me because all the bullying I did. You know, he does have the Iron Bundle, like you said.
And he's gonna get you back for those ketchup and the fries comment.
Yeah, he's gonna get me for everything. So it's like that's why I'm not picking anything for the other battle, because I'm gonna get my stuff pushed in this week by Kurt. It's like it wouldn't happen any other season, but it will now. And like this would be like at this point, Kurt will probably just retire after this battle. He's like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I got a 6-0 and I got to finally shut Kash up. Like, that's it. It's over. We don't care. I won my season, what I need to do this season, and he'll quit right there on the spot.
I mean, he is in a million other leagues again, so he probably would.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need this league. I got what I needed out of this league, and we're out. He'll just be like deuces, and then we'll never see him again.
I'd hunt him down and find him.
We'll all travel to Australia to go find Kurt.
It's not that hard. We know where he lives.
True. All right. So
we just gotta find an Australian who doesn't like French fries.
Hey, have you seen this guy? I think we have somewhere that photo of Kurt. Have you seen this guy?
Have you seen this guy?
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he lives down the road that way. So yeah, don't worry, Kurt.
We'll find you.
We'll find you, but just please be gentle at the same time. With that is the end of our recap this week. Make sure you guys to keep on the lookout for when the week 4 battles go up. Should be exciting times, as you guys saw from all those previews. So make sure to like and subscribe to find out when the next video does go up. So as always, this is your boy Kash Howard, the coach of the New York Nido Kings, and as always, alongside me is CB, the coach of the Brooklyn Scissors.
Hey, let's go. Thank you guys so much for always keeping up and watching our content. Have a great day, people.
All right, get back, guys. Laters.
Later.